You're sitting across from someone you call a friend. They're smiling. They're asking about your life. They remember details you forgot you shared. And something in your chest tightens, but you can't explain why. That feeling? It's not paranoia. It's your subconscious recognizing a pattern your conscious mind refuses to see. The truth is, some people don't befriend you, they study you. They don't support you, they position themselves around you. And the worst part? They're so good at it, you'll defend them to anyone who questions their loyalty. Today, we're talking about the masks people wear when they pretend to care. Not the obvious betrayals, the subtle ones, the kind that make you question your own judgment years later when you finally see it clearly. The celebration gap. Watch how someone reacts to your pain versus your progress. Fake friends have a strange pattern. When you're struggling, they're present. When you're winning, they're busy. You lose your job, they're calling every day. You get promoted, you don't hear from them for weeks. You're going through a breakup, they're at your door. You start a relationship, suddenly they need space. This isn't coincidence, it's strategy. Some people bond with your brokenness, not your wholeness. They're comfortable with the version of you that needs them. The version that's winning, growing, moving forward, that version threatens the dynamic they've created. Here's what it looks like in real life. You tell them about an opportunity you're excited about. Their first response isn't congratulations, it's caution. They'll ask if you're sure, if you've thought it through, if you know what you're getting into. They dress it up as concern, but listen carefully. They're planting doubt. Meanwhile, when something goes wrong, they're suddenly available. Not to help you solve it, to sit with you in it, to remind you of every other time something didn't work out, to make the pain feel permanent. The people who celebrate your struggles more than your success aren't friends. They're spectators who prefer you on the ground. The reciprocity illusion. Real friendship is mutual. Fake friendship is transactional, but only one person knows the transaction is happening. Pay attention to who initiates, who reaches out first, who makes the plans, who remembers the important dates. If you stopped trying, would this friendship still exist? Here's the test. Go silent for 2 weeks. Not as a game, just naturally pull back your energy. See who notices, see who reaches out, see who asks if you're okay. You'll learn something uncomfortable. Most of the people you think are close to you have never actually pursued the friendship. They've just accepted your pursuit. They show up when you invite them. They respond when you text first. They're available when you make the effort. But the moment you stop initiating, there's silence. This creates a strange dynamic. You feel close to them because you've invested so much energy. They feel neutral about you because they've invested nothing. You're giving friendship. They're accepting attention. These aren't the same thing. And here's what makes it psychologically damaging. You start to believe you're the problem. You think you're needy. You think you care too much. You apologize for wanting reciprocity in a relationship that was never equal to begin with. The truth is simpler and harder. They were never your friend. They were just someone who didn't mind being treated like one. The information collector. Some people ask questions not because they care about the answers, but because they're gathering data. Think about your conversations with this person. How much did they share versus how much they extract? How vulnerable are they versus how vulnerable you become? How many of your secrets do they know versus how many of theirs you know? If there's an imbalance, you're not in a friendship. You're being studied. Fake friends are brilliant at creating false intimacy. They ask deep questions. They remember small details. They make you feel seen. And in return, you open up. You tell them things you haven't told others. You trust them with your fears, your failures, your fragile hopes. But notice what happens with that information later. It comes back in strange ways. A joke that cuts too close. A comment in front of others that reveals something you shared in private. A way of framing your story that makes you look worse than you remember telling it. They're not doing this accidentally. They're doing it strategically. Every piece of information you give them becomes leverage, not the kind they use loudly, the subtle kind, the kind that keeps you slightly off balance, the kind that reminds you they know things about you that could change how others see you. Real friends protect what you tell them. Fake friends weaponize it, and they do it so carefully you can't even call them out without sounding paranoid. The audience requirement. Notice when they're affectionate. Is it when you're alone or when someone's watching? Fake friends perform friendship. They need witnesses to their loyalty. The hug is tighter when others are around. The compliments are louder in group settings. The support is visible, documented, provable. But in private, different energy entirely. You'll notice this pattern everywhere once you see it. They post about you on social media, but forget your actual birthday. They defend you in public, but criticize you in private. They tell everyone what a good friend they are to you, but they're never there when you actually need something. This is about image management, not connection. You're not their friend. You're a prop in the story they're telling about themselves. Here's what it looks like. You're going through something difficult. They make a public post about being there for you. People respond. They respond to the people. Everyone sees what a caring friend they are. But when you reach out privately asking for actual support, they're busy. They'll get back to you. They're dealing with something too. The performance happened. The actual friendship didn't. And the cruelest part? When you distance yourself from them, they'll make that public too. They'll tell mutual friends they don't know what happened. They tried so hard. They were such a good friend. And because the performance was public, people believe them. You can't force people to be real with you. You can only decide how much access they get to the real you. Not everyone who smiles at you is happy you exist. Not everyone who knows your story wants a good ending for it. Not everyone sitting close to you is on your side. And that's not cynicism, that's clarity. The people who genuinely care about you don't need an audience to prove it. They don't need your struggles to feel needed. They don't collect your vulnerabilities like insurance. They don't perform friendship. They live it, quietly, consistently, without credit. The hardest lesson you'll learn about human relationships is this: proximity doesn't equal connection. Longevity doesn't equal loyalty. Familiarity doesn't equal friendship. Some people stay in your life because you keep letting them, not because they deserve to be there. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. Not everyone around you is against you, but not everyone is with you either. Choose carefully who gets close enough to matter.